Could it be? Dare we dream? Did the palace do what I just think they did? Is this an indication that they are taking the birth certificate and that little twerking dance that Meghan Markle did seriously? And what is worse is the total meltdown that Meghan Markle is having in Montecito. It's been a terrible week for Meghan, Rachel Meghan Markle. I always call her by her full name just to remind her who she is. She is Rachel Meghan Markle and will always be Rachel Meghan Markle. It's unprecedented. So far, I've been checking the website. It's been almost 6 hours. So unlike the last time when they removed Harry and Meghan completely from the royal website, but it only lasted like 25 minutes. And I went and did a little victory thing on a victory live, which I was just like Blake Lively, singing too soon, like celebrating too soon, but we all were. So find out what's going to happen now, because Meghan is threatening the royal family. She's threatening to sue them because this stupid cow still doesn't understand that the monarch is the fount of all royal titles. And that only the monarch can grab a title. He can tomorrow turn around and say, you're no longer a prince. You're no longer an earl. You're going to be known from now on as Henry Charles Albert David Mountbatten Windsor. And you and your skanky hoe wife can go away. So let's examine this thing, because Meghan is shocked, is angry, and worst of all, she thinks she can sue the royal family over royal titles.
Markle. Collabs are always good. People love a collab. So thanks for the idea.
And I feel like that collaboration would mesh well. What has your friendship with her meant to you?
Well, she's my neighbor in Montecito, and I don't know her all that well, but she's totally lovely, and every interaction I've had with her has been wonderful. And I just moved up there, so I'm getting to know all my neighbors.
I have full body chills right now.
To all of you who are new to the channel, thanks for coming, guys. You guys are amazing. My name is Paula M, and I do commentary on celebrities and royals. Please don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. You are truly appreciated, and I do not take you for granted. I wanted to say something because yesterday's video, I saw a lot of your comments, guys, and there were clearly some people who are unhinged, and they clearly didn't see the whole video, because had they seen the whole video, they would have seen and heard me say that it's not Doria's nor Meghan's fault, nor even Doria's mother's fault that they are born out of incest, which is a crime. But of course, people didn't watch it till the end, so it's not my fault. People should learn to listen and watch that video until the end, in my humble opinion. But yes, and the reason why it matters, guys, it's not, it happened when it happened, but people say it happened so long ago, yet they want to hold the royal family accountable for the sins of past generations of slavery, and they want the royal family to apologize for the sins of generations past. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, you can't, hold them accountable for what happened generations ago, while at the same time telling the royal family that they must be held accountable for what they didn't do. And it happened hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And just to give you an idea, the late Queen Elizabeth was great-grandmother to Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. It's not that long ago. The Queen was standing there with her great-grandchildren at the balcony. So it's not like we're talking 400 years ago. And the reason that matters is because, not because it happened, but because they hid it. It's the hiding where the problem is. Had they just posted it and be done with it, then people will understand, okay, that happened years ago. That's normal, not normal. That's criminal. It's too bad. But it's the hiding of it all. That's the problem. Because if they're able to hide that, why? That was a dumb move, in my very humble opinion. and it's very indicative of what the royal family is capable of doing when they want to push a narrative. And no, I'm not trashing the royal family. It is a fact. So, and the reason now also why that matters, because I saw some people saying, I kid you not, oh, well, it doesn't really matter because that happened so long ago. It doesn't affect the genes. I have bad news for you, and I'm going to read it to you. Having great grandparents. This is from the genealogy report, which I will leave in the bottom at the description in the description of the video. Having great grandparents who were half siblings does increase the risk of genetic disorders for your children. While the risk is not as high as if your parents or grandparents were half siblings, it's still elevated due to the increased sharing of DNA between the generations. And here's why. Increased shared DNA. Half siblings share 25% of their DNA. This means that your great grandparents also share 25% of their DNA. When they had children, there was a higher chance that they would pass on the same recessive genes to their offsprings compared to unrelated parents. Recessive disorders. Many genetic disorders are caused by recessive genes, meaning a child needs to inherit 2 copies of the gene, one from each parent, to be affected. Since half siblings are more likely to share the same genes, their children have a higher chance of inheriting 2 copies of a recessive gene that causes a disorder. So for people who were saying, that, oh no, that's okay, nothing happened. As I told you, remember Queen Elizabeth balcony with all her great grandchildren. It wasn't that long ago. And the reason why I brought that up again is because I kind of wonder if Meghan, this is why Meghan, maybe I'm leaning more and more into the fact that she did not use her eggs and she is not the biological mother of those children. Because she would have been terrified of a genetic defect, especially some things you can control in a lab, like hair color and stuff like that. I don't know how advanced they are, but I don't think Meghan Markle was willing to take that chance. And this is just my humble opinion. But this is why I'm bringing it up, because if you add all these little things, the fact that, she knows for a fact, she knew, the palace knew that, that Doria's grandmother and her grandfather were both, like half siblings. Do you understand that? They knew. Of course they knew. Because one of the first things the royal family does, and you can look it up with any royal bride, they do their genealogy. Do you know that now they're saying that Meghan Markle is related to some king of England or something like that she has royal blood on her own? I mean, this is insanity. They do the genealogy. And yet, that was pretty telling, the fact that they placed Doria Ragland's mother as unknown. So what you're watching here is actually the current line of succession in the royal family's website. This is the line of succession directly from the website. I will also leave the link. You can clearly see that Harry Idiot is there, the Duke of Sussex, Prince Archie of Sussex, 6th in line to the throne, Princess Lilibet of Sussex, and you can see Miss Sienna and the rest of the royal family, right? Also, very clearly, Harry and Meghan are front page of the royal family, so their link is very much there. They're the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and of course, they show what they're doing, and they're still promoting their commercial website. So we know, it's so funny how they call Meghan Markle, alongside her successful career as an actress, they removed before, guys. So, they used to have that she had double majored at Northwestern University. They removed that after a lot of us exposed that was a lie. Okay. So, yeah. So they have her there, and they are still officially supporting the website. They are endorsing it and promoting it. However, when you look for Princess Lilibet on the website, you can't find it. You can't find her. She's gone. You have the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. That's what it comes to. And the only reference you see is here where it says that they have 2 children, Prince Archie of Sussex and Princess Lilibet of Sussex. Now, let's see if we can search for Archie. You still find him there. You see? Feature Prince Archie of Sussex. Find out more about Archie Mountbatten of Sussex. Sorry. But no Lily. No Lily. Could it be because, and I know I'm not tooting my own horn or anything like that, I swear to you guys, but could it be that the irregularities of the birth certificate, which I pointed out, and yes, I am going to take credit for that because I was the only one with the balls to do it. Plus the little dents that she put, plus the mainstream media now picking it up and being made so public, they have resorted and asked Meghan Markle to provide the correct birth certificate in order to include Lilibet back in the royal website. She's still in the line of succession for now, or yet, like Meghan Markle likes to say. But before, you used to have a section for her, Princess Lilibet of Sussex. It used to look like this, just like Archie Mountbatten. You used to get this, and you used to have Prince George, his own, find out more about Prince George. But now Lilibet is gone, and Meghan Markle is not taking it lying down. Maybe, sorry, maybe she should have thought long and hard before posting that twerking little dance with that clearly fake belly, causing a lot of trouble for the hospital because it was at the height of COVID. And number two, the fact that her birth certificate area code is Colorado, it's not California. And this is not according to me. This is according to the U.S. government websites. Could it be that they're asking her for the proper documentation? They should be doing the same with Archie, because also Archie's origins are incredibly shady. I mean, and this is the thing with Meghan Markle. She doesn't know how to read a room, and people like her and Harry always push too far. So I just hope that this holds and they don't put her back. And I think that the royal family must demand to make the signatures of the doctors that gave birth to those kids, both children, because to this day, we do not know who delivered those children. There is no way in hell that Archie was delivered the way that Harry claims he was. There's no way any responsible doctor on earth is going to send a woman within an hour of having given birth in the United Kingdom or anywhere else in the world, after having had 2 epidurals and being a geriatric mother. It's not going to happen. So nothing about Lily's birth either happened. So I think it's time that the royal family gets tough, and at least that's a step forward. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that this is due to Prince William's pressure? Because I was told that it was Prince William who's pushing for Harry and Meghan to release the names of the doctors. It's not because it's private information. It's because they're in the line of succession. So in order to be in the line of succession, there can be no doubt that they came from Meghan Markle's body. And the way they go about it is presenting the names of the doctors and medical staff, which is why we see the easel outside of the palace with all the names, and it's posted in the Royal Gazette. If Meghan Markle, clearly she doesn't want privacy. Meghan Markle and Harry do not want privacy. They just want to get away with crimes and not be called out for. But please let me know what you think, because this is insane.
Trevor put an article out there that Meghan had a hysterectomy and couldn't have children. And that was a big issue in their relationship. So that says a lot to the fake royal kids right now, because obviously they couldn't have come out of her. So that's something that she obviously is going to have to deal with eventually.
I have full body chills right now.